Hey, welcome to another episode of Freedom on Fire. This is your boy Robert BOBTV Brown. How you doing today? Well, Scarface the Mooch is out, and that was quick. I think him and Trump got an annulment. That was quick, man. I ain't never seen him get kicked out of the house since I met this girl and she asked me to move in, and she saw me flirting with another girl at the club that she worked in that I was flirting with the girl in. I was dumb, I was stupid, I was drunk, and I was pretty bold. She worked there, and she saw me sitting in the booth with these girls, and boy, she went off. And I was one day into moving into that place, and next day my stuff was out on the ground. That's what you get, young guys. Don't mess with these older women. They're serious, man. And young girls, don't mess with these older men like me. Our heart can't take it. So anyway, I'm going to be reading from the Washing a Ton post, or I call Brainwashing a Ton post, and what they got to say about it, because this article is hilarious. The White House was shocked, I tell you, by Anthony Scaramucci's potty mouth. How can the White House be shocked when the president say, I grab him by the pee, I don't wait? I just grab him by the butt, I grab him by the cooch, I don't even wait. Hey, we got Donald the Cooch Grabber Trump and Anthony the Mooch Scarface Scaramucci, the perfect team. Here's the real deal. You got two arrogant, cocky, think they know better than everybody New Yorkers from Queens. I don't know if Donald got a little Italian in him or not, but you got two big-head, wealthy people from Queens that's not going to fight over the spotlight. And Trump is not going to allow anybody to take his spotlight. And Scaramucci was taking his spotlight with the potty mouth. But I'm over here cracking. How can they write an article about this man being a potty mouth when our president is a potty mouth? Let's read this article. One of the more remarkable aspects of Anthony Scaramucci being let go as White House communication director in a couple of days. I know Rance previously was like, yeah, in your face. Money is stated reason for it. He was too vulgar, and the White House and the Trump women could not have their good name attached to his party. Oh, let me read that again. That's funny. The Trump women, not Trump, but it do say the Trump White House. The White House and the Trump women couldn't have their good name attached to his whole potty mouth. People, stupid. Your whole campaign was a potty mouth campaign. And the only reason you won is because Hillary sucked. She sucked at everything. Sucked. Couldn't keep her husband down. He had to go mess with all these women. They sucked, literally. She sucked as Secretary of State. She sucked as U.S. Senator from New York. She sucked. Only thing she was good at was raising money for the Democrats, and that's why they kissing her feet, butt, and behind. Butt, behind, same thing. But to say this, that the reason for them letting Scaramucci go was he was too vulgar, and the White House and the Trump women could not have their good name attached to his potty mouth, but I sure don't mind being attached to the president potty mouth. Two sources close to President Donald Trump and Scaramucci profaned remarks last week to the New Yorker magazine, disgusted and offended. Some close to the president include Melania Trump, and crucially Ivanka Trump, who had initially advocated for Scaramucci hiring. So Scaramucci, NBC News reported, Scaramucci didn't end up being, he wasn't original on the Trump train. He's pretty much a moderate Republican, very critical of Trump. You probably saw that in my last video that I just put up, and then I found out last night they fired him. He was very critical of Trump, representing Wall Street, graduated from Obama, said he went to school with Obama. I mean, you know, and I'm quite sure he has some little small ties with Obama. Very wealthy guy, very successful guy, but a mouth out of this world. She advocated for his hiring. The point is Bannon and Rents didn't like the guy. They knew that this guy is bad. His mouth is going to write a check that his butt can't cash, and it did today. So that man ended up tug-of-warring to get into the heart and mind of Trump. I guess what it could be said that if you're in that surrounding, Trump is a very flexible, easygoing guy in that surrounding. Not with black people, I don't think. Yeah, to some black people, I'm roasting all that. But most of black America, no. But I guess Trump tries to make himself to be flexible, try to make himself open. I guess in his surrounding, it's not my way or the highway because he already got them thinking it's my way or highway. You already know. I ain't got to tell you. It's my show. I'm running it. And I just need somebody to help me run it. And I don't want you to run it your way. I want to run my way. Now, I may like your way and ask you to run. That's why I don't understand why he hired these inexperienced people and put them in these inexperienced positions to give us inexperienced results, which are disaster. Ben Carson should be Surgeon General, not HUD. Really? Rex Tillerson should be Department of Energy, not Secretary of State, ExxonMobil. If anybody should be Secretary of State, it should be Rick Perry. He ran a government that's big enough to be his own country. He ran the state. Linda McMahon runs a major multi-billion-dollar WWE franchise. It is not a small business. Believe me, I'm telling you. She's running a small business. Then you got, what's her name? Betsy DeVos? Never went to college. Never, come on. She's running our education department. Oh, God. Let me keep reading this. The Washington Post, Robert Costa got a similar version of the events, of course. Now, Robert Costa put out a tweet. He said, sources also say the POTUS and family did not appreciate how AS comments linked them to vulgarity. Like to play rough, but not be laughed at. Embarrassed, whatever. And incoming White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders also, now I can deal with Huckabee. She seems like she's not like a Spicer. I am for her staying. I don't want no nutcases getting in front of these press people and bullying the press. She seemed like she okay. She seemed like she can be pretty decent. And so the sexist Trump putting these women in these high-profile positions. All right, Sarah Huckabee Sanders also alluded to it at Monday's briefing. Look, the president certainly felt that Anthony comments were inappropriate for a person in that position. Oh, God. I grab him by the pee. I don't wait. I just go in there and when they butt ball naked, hey, it's my show. I go in there, butt jiggling everywhere, titties flopping back and forth like a cameo song. I just go in there. And if I see a nice pee, I'm going to grab the pee. I'm not going to wait. Oh, God. Look, the president certainly felt that Anthony comments were inappropriate for a person in that position. Oh, that's golden coming from a person who is in the most prestigious, supposed to be the most honest, ethical position in the world with so much influence that got caught on tape saying, I grab him by the pee, I don't wait. Oh, God. Look, the president certainly felt that Anthony comments were inappropriate for a person in that position. He did what? He didn't want to burden Kelly. Oh, they call Mad Dog. Also with the line of secession. Like Trump himself, this is pretty rich. This is the White House, mind you, whose president was caught. The same thing I'm saying. He's just repeating what I said. On tape ago, talking about grabbing women by the genital, and I didn't try. Look, I did try. Yeah, remember what Trump said? I did try to blank her. Man, I moved in like a bee. So let me refill some of these words, because I try not to cuss. Look, I did try to pluck her. I did. Hey, I tried to pluck her, Bush. I grabbed them by your name, Bush. I tried to pluck her. I moved in like a snitch. As a candidate, Trump used vulgar words, and we didn't generally print it. Now, he didn't say those words as a candidate when he was with Billy Bush. But as a candidate, including one beginning with P for Ted Cruz. He called Ted Cruz a P. He promised to bomb the crap, S-H-I-T, out of the Islamic State. He alluded to Megyn Kelly menstrual cycle, and he used the word slong, was debatable vulgar. Trump years of appearance on the Howard Stern show produced a volume of vulgar and sexual charged content. And when the Access Hollywood tape come out, they're basically saying the same thing. I'm not going to go over this over and over again. And look, can I say something to you women? And I try to be truthful as much as I can. Any guy, unless they are working on their moral character, working on developing themselves into being a greater man, a real respectable, honorable man, working on it. I mean, literally on purpose working on it. They do locker room talk. I don't care what you say, Doc. Bruh, you know you get around your boys and you talk like that. You know. Yo, man, I was at the strip club, man, and she had a blankety blank all in my face, man. I was going to bite it. You know you talk like that. Women talk like that, too. I was at the male review, and he was shaking his stuff all in my face. Women do locker room talk. Men do locker room talk. Yes, it's sexist. It's sexist on both ends. Yes, it is. But people got to stop lying. Majority of people who do not work on developing their character on purpose talk like that. They just don't do it in the business arena. And sad to say, Trump trust Billy Bush to be so comfortable with him that he could just say anything with him. Dude, you're a major business mogul. People are oftentimes recording you off record and on record. You got caught. One thing about Scaramucci, he don't give a crap. He don't care. Hey, look at buddy. Hey, I'm from Queens. That's how we talk. How we talk in the streets of Queens. All right, come on, guy, get out of here. That's how we talk. I mean, he don't make no mistake about it. That is his mouth. He is a proud potty mouth. A proud potty mouth. And will cuss you out and call you blank suckers and all kind of stuff like he breathing. Trump, he does that. He's trying to put a hole on it and keep it in a certain surrounding. But Trump, Scaramucci, no different. Trump talks like that in public. He just don't talk like that when he's in front of the American public. He tries not to. All right, to be fair, Melania Trump and also said Trump words on the tape were inappropriate. But yet again, we seem to have an instance in which the Trump family and advisors seem to be aghast at something that shouldn't be all that unfamiliar to their delicate sensibilities. In mid-June, Ivanka Trump complained in an interview about the viciousness of politics. Their level of viciousness that I was not expecting. She said, I was not expecting the intensity of this experience a couple days prior. Eric Trump has said, I never seen hatred like this. And to me, they're not even people. Dude, you knew. Whenever you go in politics running an office, gloves, shoes, and I'm from the country, they take off their clothes to fight. If they have to get butt-balled naked to fight your behind to get these clothes out, to keep these clothes from hindering you from knocking you out, they would. Come on. That's how politics is. Don't act like you don't know. As noted at the time, candidate Trump had himself set a kind of moderate record for bare-knuckle politics tactics. Here's the list. Called his chief opponent Lying Ted, Crooked Hillary, and Little Marco. Nothing wrong with that. He's not a politician. He don't know political correct. Now, first of all, let me stop. I'm not taking up for Trump. Trump sucked. Hillary Clinton sucked. I don't like neither one of them as a president. Trump, he had some good business dealing. Trump has given money to certain organizations. Trump has partnered with minority organizations to do good things for minority children and other children in New York City. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I can't take that away from him. Still don't mean I'm a fan of him. All right. My boys are the Central Park 5 boys. Had a one-on-one talk with them. Got a chance to meet them. Took pictures with them. Got a chance to hear their story. After hearing that story, I knew Trump was a racist buffoon, at least had racist overtone, or at least he's racist but don't believe he is. The way he ran them down, smeared and mocked them young boys, to the point one of them told me, he said, "Yo, Rob, I don't even like going in Central Park." These guys was on one. Central Park is huge. These guys was way on the other end of Central Park, way away from that young lady who got raped. Anyway, that's another story. Trump smeared them, and when they was exonerated, Trump didn't even give them an apology. And I wish they could have sued his behind, because to this day, he is still running them down. So I don't trust him when it comes to ethical and ethnic affairs. All right, suggested Lying Ted's father may have taken part in the Kennedy assassination. Dumb. Facepalm a million times. Said he would put Crooked Hillary in jail when elected president. What you waiting on, Doc? Let's go. Let's go. Taking too long. Fulfill that promise, please. Or did you lie to us, Trump? Seemed to allude to potential violence again and again and again, especially with the police department. Continuing his year-long effort to question the legitimacy of Barack Obama's U.S. presidency and, by extension, his entire presidency. Now, let's get this straight. Yeah, he picked up on it and rode it like a like a cowboy on a white horse. But guess who gave him the horse, the gun, and the cowboy hat? Hillary Clinton and the Clinton campaign, including John Podesta, Neera Tanden, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and Y.B. Mooch. He appeared to mock a reporter physical handicap. That was terrible, horrible. A lot of times they say what you do to people can come back and happen to you, Trump. You got to watch yourself, because strokes can happen to anybody. Suggested that the judge was inherently biased against him because the judge was of Mexican heritage. Talking about this lawsuit. Says Senator John McCain wasn't a war hero because he was captured. Stupid. Stupid. It's perhaps normal to see the best in your own family and your political allies, to give the benefit of doubt to those you love and know well in a way you wouldn't with an interlope like Scaramucci. Oh, God. Huckabee Sanders says, let's see, Mike Huckabee and Bernie Sanders had a daughter, she would be it. Also seemed to be drawing the line as somebody who is actually in the White House, as opposed to someone who aspired to it. A reported asked money. I think it was supposed to be reporter. A reporter asked money. Obviously, the president is not a stranger to salty language. Yes, we know that. Can you specify what exactly he found inappropriate and disturbing about that? Sanders responded, I said he found it inappropriate for a person in that position. The problem here, as with many things for Trump, is that he forfeited the moral high ground on this kind of... let me go. These guys are basically saying what I was going to say anyway. So let me close with this. I'm not going to go into this washing a ton or brainwashing a ton by posting articles in this newspaper, this crappy newspaper owned by the future Adolf Hitler, Jeff Bezos. All right, here's the bottom line. Scaramucci was fired because of his mouth. And he was fired because his ability to press on something and plot and scheme and all that. Sure, Rance Previous probably did leak that information. But Scarface, the Mooch, showed himself to be a rat by exposing them and getting them fired. You're no different, Doc, than a person who's giving cop information to have the cops take somebody down. So no, you may not confess. I know you smell two fishes riding at their head and one is not you and Trump, but smell a little harder. That's a rat, and that rat is you. Now, as far as Trump and him trying to take the high moral ground and trying to be the Dalai Lama, trying to be Jesus, trying to be the moral guy in the room, dude, you can't be the moral guy in the room. Your mouth is just as foul as Scaramucci. The difference between Scaramucci is he don't care what position he is. He's going to be him. And it's a shame. This guy going to put his marriage on the line. I guess now they can keep the marriage because he's not going to be staying there. He got a plane back home. He went out. He went out. He went out. Like the New Jersey mayor, governor, Chris Christie. Man, Trump, Chris Christie, that dude, told him to hit the plane, hit the brakes, leave, get out of here. I don't even see your face no more. Peace. Now he's back in New York begging, please don't leave me. I was wrong. I was a smuck. Please, darling, come on here. You're busting my chops here. Please don't leave me. Come on, I'm here. She'll probably take him. Actually, I hope she do. I don't think no relationship be broken up over a decision to go work for idiots. Some of you work for idiots on your job. You're not splitting up over that. Anyway, the mouth of the South, the potty mouth, Mr. Doodoo Mouth, grab him by the pee. I don't wait. I'm going there and butt ball naked women without announcing myself. You know, got the nerves, the fire. Scaramucci, because his mouth shouldn't be utilized in that kind of way, in that position. Well, good luck, Trump. Don't be a hypocrite. He's just being a mooch. I can respect a guy like that. I don't want to hear his language. I don't think children need to hear his mouth. I think he really need to be quiet, but I can respect a guy who tell it like it is, who's being himself. Not a fake, not a phony. This guy was the real deal with his big, nasty mouth. Trump, that's a different story. Anyway, I'm done. BOBTV. Tony, hey, my name's Tony Anthony. Scarface, the Moochie, is back on his plane, begging for his wife not to leave him. Oh, God. The circus is in town, and clowns are all over the place. And Democrats, don't get happy. Because, hey, this ain't going to give you no brownie points either, so stop. Anyway, I'm BOBTV, Freedom on Fire. Talk to you later. Peace. Oh, Scaramucci. Hey, busting my balls here. Hey, this is your boy BOBTV with Freedom on Fire and Rob Report. I want to thank you for watching the webcast. Make sure you share these segments all across your social media network. Like and share, subscribe, and maybe invite a couple other people to do the same thing. You make the difference. I also want to thank you for those who support this channel through Patreon, whether it's 50 cents to $50 million. It goes right back into what we do here. So like the lights that you're looking at right now, that's because of something that you did. So I really appreciate it. I want to thank my man Vegematic for the Blue Yeti mic, one of the top microphones out right now. He knew I needed the mic, so he blessed me with it. So all of you guys make the difference into this channel growing, and I really want to appreciate you for that. Also, by all means, again, continue to share your comments at the bottom of each video. Just don't get so visceral to the people who may disagree with me or may disagree with you. This calling out name stuff, that's not for this channel. So please try not to call people names, personal names. Now you can call some of the stuff they talk about crap. I say that. But just don't attack people personally. Words really hurt when you start attacking people personally, because these people really believe these things, and you're not gonna take away their belief by calling them names. So please don't do that on this channel. But nevertheless, I appreciate you guys. We're shooting for 2,000 now, so I need your help. So As my pastor would say, reach one, teach one. I mean, let's reach out. You got the information, make sure you share with other people and try to get them to subscribe to the channel so we can grow and expand. Again, the money, the finances that you give in your Patreon account, it goes into equipment. So I want to thank you for personally helping this endeavor grow. On BOBTV, Freedom on Fire, Rob Report. Peace.